hit the button. Um, so hi everyone, welcome to the second info session. So similar to the first one that was held on the 5th, we're going to go through a lot of the competition logistics, as well as a few things that might be helpful to know as we go into applications. So just a reminder, the applications are currently due on July 3rd at 11:59 PST, so Pacific time. If you do at any point need accommodations, i.e. due to an emergency, anything like that, please reach out to the organizer team as soon as possible, either via email or via Slack. Typically reaching out to either the hello email or the coordinator email is your best bet, and we do our best to answer everyone as soon as possible. So I just want to give a welcome to the community. So this slide is actually from our grand finals last year. So you can see both some of the organizing team, some of our board members, as well as some of our finalist teams. So a little bit introducing the YSC team. So Arpita was the lead coordinator for 2023 and 2024, and this year was helping us as the social media and events coordinator. She has currently moved on to another role this summer, but we are immensely grateful for all the work and everything she has done. Myself, my name is Jessica or Jess, either one works. This year I'm the summer program lead coordinator. Last year I helped YSC out as the participant engagement coordinator, so some of our past participants might recognize me from the numerous emails, Slack messages, and that sort of thing. Chances are you'll see me around the Slack, sending emails, or running sessions like this. Next we have Kobe, who is our partnerships coordinator. Kobe, do you want to share a little bit about yourself since you're here? You absolutely don't have to, but you can if you'd like.
Yeah, for sure. My name's Kobe. Working on the partnerships, alumni side of things, and just super grateful to be part of YC this year. I applied myself 2 years ago and last year. I'm just really looking forward to giving back and hopefully contributing to the great community we have here.
Awesome, thanks, Kobe. And then Shitangshu, our executive director, is traveling at the moment, so they unfortunately cannot be here. But they are super, so many members of our team are these wonderful, passionate people that when you hear them talk, you can really tell that they care. And Shitangshu is one of these people. Y'all will probably see him around at some of the workshops, as well as in some of the Slack messages, all those sort of things. Wiley, our judging and mentorship coordinator, could also not be here today. You typically see her when our top 30 teams get connected with their mentors, as well as some of the messages in the Slack, things like that. But yeah, it's a little bit about our team. And then kind of going into the summer competition. So we really have 3 rounds. The round 1 is a 3-page proposal. This proposal can be written or divided up however you would like. Some people use graphics, some people design it on Canva, but it should be below or 3 pages or less. Please note that a title page, so a title page that has a picture and a title, does not count towards the 3 pages. So technically you can do a title page and 3 pages if you would like. This should be focused on social or environmental impact. Teams should be 3 people plus and based in Canada. We have allowed teams of 2 on a case-by-case basis. We encourage that if you are a team of 2 to reach out to us as soon as possible, so we can either try to help get someone connected with your team for possible 3rd member or to talk about the exceptions. The project must have also not received 5K plus in historic funding. If you have any concerns about the funding eligibility, please send me an email and reach out to see, especially if you're worried about your project possibly being ineligible. These are really 3 things to keep in mind for the 3-page proposal. Round 2 then is the top 30 teams who are chosen from the round 1 teams will have the chance to record a 5-minute video. This video will be submitted either in the form of a YouTube link or a Google Drive video, something like that, that allows us to access and share it with our judges. They'll develop your concept further with your mentor and team. So our top 30 teams get matched with a mentor for a 1-hour meeting during the mentorship period. We also offer office hours with the YSC staff if you have any questions or need support. as well as pop-up mentorship during this time with members in our community. During this, we also have lots of workshops to help refine your pitch. So one of a little bit, I guess, shout out to one of the workshops that's actually happening tonight is our market research workshop, led by an amazing, incredible alumni, Amanda Tanner, who has a lot of experience in the mental health and entrepreneurship space. So I highly recommend attending that, especially if you are working on your round one proposal or looking for guidance on how to kind of go about market research for your project. And I didn't mention the workshop will be from 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern tonight. Similar to what we did today, we'll post a reminder in the Slack about half an hour to 20 minutes before. And all of those registration links can be found both in the participant resources package, as well as that resources and events channel in the Slack. If you do need a link to join our Slack, if you have not joined it already, feel free to send me a message and we can get you added to the Slack. Oh, sorry. So I'll thank you, Kobe, for that. Yeah, feel free to email that email if you have any questions when applying. I do also have some office hours this week, so if you would prefer to have like a short call rather than like an email, absolutely let me know and I can send that link your way. Also, definitely like feel free. We have an ask the organizers chat in Slack. And feel free to drop your questions there as well. So in there, you can also find the answers to past questions that we've answered from other participants. But yeah, so going off of round two, so out of the round two teams, about the top 10 I will present live in front of the judges. This is done over a Zoom call, both for accessibility in terms of teams participating across Canada. The teams will have 7 minutes in total. So for example, 4 minutes to present their pitch, and then 3 minutes for questions. It is entirely up to the team how they choose to break this up. And in the past, some teams have done 5 minutes for a pitch and 2 minutes for questions. Everyone is welcome to come and watch. So any alumni, past participants, members of the community, sometimes you'll even see past staff or past judges and mentors in attendance. I've seen mentors come out and like watch their teams that they've like mentored kind of pitch in the grand finals. It's also open to like anyone's grandparents or parents of participants if they want to come and watch as well. And the links for the grand finals typically are shared closer to the date in August. So kind of going over the high level timeline. There's a bunch of things you probably won't see in this timeline, such as workshops, etc. For the list of workshops, absolutely checking out that either our social media, the participant resources package, or our Slack channel, and specifically in the resources and events channel. So June 5th was the date where we opened the round one written proposal applications, with our workshops originally set to begin on the 27th, but actually began a little bit earlier on the 26th. Because we wanted to give people as much time to use that information for their proposals as possible. Round one proposals, as mentioned earlier, are due on July 3rd at 11:59 PST. The round two video for our top 30 teams is due on August 5th. And the round three live presentations for our grand finalist team are August 28th. So similar to what I touched on earlier, so in terms of team information, so this is a lot of the more so eligibility kind of criteria that I touched on before. So it is a minimum of 3 people per team. We do ask that if you are a team of 2, that you do reach out to us as soon as possible so that we can talk about what the accommodation process kind of looks like. The team lead has to be based in Canada, so this also includes international students or Canadians living / working / studying abroad are also eligible. The team members must be between 16 to 25 years old. The one thing to add with this rule is that if you are turning 16 at any point during the calendar year, so let's say you're turning 16 in October, you're still eligible. Let's say you turned 26 in February of this year, you are still eligible. and the project must have received less than 5,000 in historic funding. As mentioned before, if you have any questions about team eligibility or in case of accommodation requests, please send me an email at that email below. Again, we do our best to kind of get to them as possible. So in relation to that, you can participate in more than one team, but you can only be the team lead for one team. So essentially you can lead if Kobe and I were to do two projects, I can be the team lead for one, Kobe could be the team lead for the other. The team lead is the person who we will reach out to for a lot of the communication, as well as the one that gets sent the funds at the end for them to distribute among the team, for distribute among their team. If that ends up, like if the team ends up making the top 30 and so on. The team lead must have a Canadian bank account. As per our recommendations from our board, funds only flow within Canada. Again, this is kind of governance from our board that we have to follow. So, but yeah, and some teams, I know we had two teams. The team lead must also be within that age criteria, so between 16 and 25. No worries. But yeah, so in terms of what ideas can you propose, the short answer is anything innovative with impact at the center. So we have had teams that have done initiatives kind of in the healthcare sector. Again, similar, this is actually a screenshot from our, I believe it was last year. So you can see we have quite a few of our finalist teams, as well as some of our top 30 teams, some of our mentors. Kind of going off of the what I do propose. So the short answer or the long answer is that it should be focused on social and or environmental change. These are quite broad categories, and we've seen ideas everything from people running a initiative to help collect and distribute feminine products to people in need, as well as an initiative based in healthcare. We've had initiative like Kobe's own initiative of 2020 mission. Even my year when I participated was doing like a mental health app for teachers. So really the category is quite broad. We do ask that you think about your community changes, so how this impacts your community. Looking and possibly if you want to see some of the projects in the past, on our website, we do have a page of some of our past winners that go through a bit about their projects. So you can see their concepts for inspiration or what it might look like. And we encourage you to flesh out your idea as much as possible in the effective proposal writing workshop that I'll be running next week. I highly encourage people to essentially think about how they would use the funding, what their plan is for the project, the kind of resources it'll take, everything like that. In terms of how to find a team, so for people who are still looking for a team or people who are looking for a team to join their projects, we encourage people to possibly recruit 2 or more of your friends. So this could be classmates from school, people you volunteer with, perhaps even your siblings. I know one of the teams we had last year was actually 2 sisters and one of their best friends who participated. We do have our Slack channel. So again, connecting with people over Slack and introducing yourself in the intros channel, as well as the team matchmaking channel if needed, and then attending our networking events. So originally we had planned a networking event today. What we'll probably do is we'll probably transfer some of those questions over to Slack and kind of encourage the discussion there a bit more. So one of the questions we tend to get a lot is, what about funding? So overall, the competition itself is 40K plus in funding this year that will be distributed. You can do French for the proposal. In terms of the video, if you are planning to possibly submit it in French, we ask that you do reach out to us so that way we can make sure that we have one of our bilingual judges that is ready to review it. But yes, you can absolutely do it in either. When it comes to the live pitches during the grand finals, those will be in English though. No worries. So our top 30 teams receive $1,000, and our grand prize finalist receives a prize of $5,000. One of the things to note with funding is that please make sure you're participating in key program requirements or to be eligible for the funding. For our top 30 teams, that looks like participating in the 1 hour meeting with the mentor, as well as being consistent in your communication with the YIC staff. So sometimes we reach out to folks if there's an issue, let's say you share a Google Drive link and we can't access it, and we need to be able to access it in order to share it with the judges. And if we reach out to you and you don't respond, and we do our best to do multiple kind of reminders, um, then we have to go and think about the disqualification process. Similarly, this includes if we send out an email asking you to confirm, i.e. one of the emails we do to our top 30 teams is like, hey, can you confirm that you're still, up to participate in top 30? If people do not reply to that, then we don't know if they're going to participate, etc. So just make sure essentially that you're communicating with us, letting us know if any issues pop up or if you need support on anything related to the summer challenge. So one of the things is in terms of other opportunities, so some folks will choose to submit a project and that's great, awesome. Sometimes people want to participate, but let's say they were unable to find a team or they came across the summer challenge the day before the deadline was unable to kind of make a proposal. So anyone is welcome to come out to any of the workshops, regardless if you'll be submitting a project or not. If you know even any of your friends that you think would be interested in participating in the workshops, feel free to send and share the link with them. Some of our workshops are on, so for example, our one on the 26th was about ideation. We have kind of possibly one later on this summer about systems theory. I know we have a technology for impact one coming up in the next couple weeks, as well as human-centered design. In our round 2, we have a kind of best practices for pitching and for the video submission. And then as mentioned, next week, we also have that proposal writing workshop with myself. So networking as well. So connecting with fellow change makers. So this is through our Slack and dedicated networking events. As always, similar to the workshop, we will post in the Slack as well when these are created, and kind of similar reminders on the day of the sessions. Also mentioned previously, we have our mentorship. So our top 30 teams will have the chance to meet one-on-one with a mentor during round 2. We'll also be running pop-up mentorship as well, which anyone is invited to. Again, similarly, what I said before, the dates for these will be shared closer to the date. In terms of future workshops, so today we have our market research workshop led by one of our amazing alumni, Amanda Tanner, which is from 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern. And then on June 30th, we have our effective proposal writing workshop led by myself, which is 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern. July 2nd is our human-centered design workshop. On here, it says 9 to 10 p.m. It has actually been changed to midday. I believe it's either 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. But as always, if you're unable to make it to any of the workshops, please let us know. We do record them and we do post the recordings once they're uploaded. But if you have any further questions related to any of the recordings, then absolutely reach out to us. And then applications are set to close on July 3rd at 11:59 PST. If you run into any issues on the night of applications are due, please send me an email at the coordinator email. And we'll do our best to help. Especially we understand tech issues happen and things happen. So I guess I'll leave it open for any questions. I know some questions were asked already, but really, if anyone has any questions, this screenshot in the background is actually from our Climate Change Makers Challenge this spring. But yeah, is there any questions? Awesome. No worries. So what I will do is I will stop the recording.